Hello, my name is Mariana, and today this is a reading for Leo. So, Leo, as usual, I'm doing a reading with my own tarot deck, so the cards that you see are from this deck. Leo, you seem to be manifesting freedom, and that alone got me just staring to the cards, wondering and asking, is it possible to manifest freedom? To actually bring it about, to actually make it tangible and concrete. And so I feel like yes, and that is what you're doing, because it starts in a very tangible way. And that is the way that you see what freedom is manifested in the 3D, which seems to start with financial freedom. But it doesn't necessarily have to be. It's just that it's something that you need to see proof of this freedom. It's like the type of evidence with the Nine of Pentacles, that there is no doubt that this is a path that you are building, that you are choosing, that you are deciding to go for it. It's like you are paving your own way forward in a way that you're so certain. You're so, it's like there is this assured decision, this very, maybe it's coming through as clarity, because there is some sort of revelation that I feel like you are gaining access to the more you pursue this path. So at the same time that you are, maybe doing well at work, right? With the Nine of Pentacles, or just feeling more independent, which is generally the message of the Nine of Pentacles. It's like the more you feel like things become easy. This is the message that actually the Six of Swords was bringing, because it was talking about the lightness of being. So maybe before this, which I'm not seeing, it's just speculation. Maybe it wasn't so easy to get to this point. Maybe there was a little bit of inertia that you had to go through to break that initial blockage, which is interesting, because with the Six of Swords, what I saw was like this tube, or this channel, or whatever type of continuous linear movement or space or object that you want to think of right now, Leo. It is unobstructed. It's like the path is now clear. There are no obstacles. There are no obstructions. This is the reason why things seem to be, flowing in an easier way. Because the hardest part, in a sense, it seems like you have dealt with it. You have overcome it. And now you are in the middle of this Nine of Pentacles, feeling like you have more and more evidence of this concrete freedom, this tangible freedom, because it is feeling easier. It is feeling unobstructed. It is feeling lighter, like things are less dense, perhaps, which is very interesting, because you are still in this 3D plane and seeing more and more evidence of this material aspect, which could bring you to this denser experience of your own beingness, because this is the lightness of your being. So this is the interesting thing. It's like this counterintuitive thing that is going on. It's like the more you manifest in terms of physical abundance, maybe money or professional abundance, it's like the more you feel like at ease and lighter, and like things are just flowing naturally. And that is because you are, well, essentially co-creating. This is what the Three of Pentacles generally brings. So that's the thing. It's like generally all of these cards, you know, on the surface, they are bringing this first impression of what the meaning of, you know, each one of these cards individually are. But deeper down, what you're feeling is counterintuitive. So I want to say with this Three of Pentacles, yes, there is this co-creation. That's the reason why perhaps, you know, you're doing some type of job or work or project or development that is working seamlessly. It's working without obstacles. It's, well, because, you know, maybe the hard part you've done. So now everything is in its place, right? Everything is where it should be because there is this co-creation. And maybe you're wondering, because of the Three of Pentacles, that this is a teamwork, or this is like, you know, you're in a group and you are part of something that is done collectively. But I want to say, to be honest, this seems to be an individual endeavor, Leo, just because of the Nine of Pentacles that is starting your reading. And this seems to be the moment that the evidence, because the way that I'm seeing this, you see this pentacle here in the middle, it's like it's here, it's popping on the other side. So the moment that it pops, the freedom, the type of freedom that you were associating with financial freedom, turns into a more cosmic freedom. So this is the Magician, right? And it's upside down. And more, you know, the more I see this Magician reversed, the more I understand why it wants to come reversed. Because it's talking about this piercing through the veil. It's like this is the veil, and this is a lens of a camera that you're able to see beyond this threshold. So this popping of, well, it's part of your co-creation, but it's like co-creating with the stars, co-creating with the cosmos, co-creating with a higher divine type of manifestation tool or knowledge or wisdom. Because, as I said, it's like this is you doing your work. This is you going after, you know, your financial freedom. The moment that you understand that freedom is bigger than just the material aspect of it, but it's necessary for you to have proof, for you to have evidence of this. This is when you reach the level of understanding what freedom is, not just from the 3D level, but from this cosmic perspective, which is way broader, right? It's like so much bigger than your brain can. It doesn't have any type of proof. It's just something that it widens your perspective, right? This is the reason why the moment that you pop, it's like there are no pentacles on the sides. It's like there is no more evidence. So this is the reason why I'm saying it's like on the surface, the meaning is there. It has to go through the initial interpretation of the card. So it is a co-creation, but it is a co-creation that is not necessarily going to bring you the type of evidence that, you know, you were initially associating with this freedom. So the moment that you have this other perspective, when you open the curtains, when you are seeing through the veil, this is when you are establishing, yes, a new foundation, because this is what the Four of Pentacles traditionally, or at least for me, generally, it talks about. It talks about establishing a new foundation. So you go from the 3 and pass through this veil. And what you see gives you another type of peace, because this is the universe co-creating with you. It's like the part that you were doing, dedicating yourself to your financial freedom, to your, it's like supporting yourself, making yourself a good life, creating a sustainable, steady, stable life for yourself independently. That's important, because the type of co-creation that I'm seeing here is with the divine. The divine is part of this concrete manifestation. Well, yes, this card is the manifestation itself, right? The magician is the one who manifests, but it manifests through you. It's like the moment that you perceive that there is this larger way of understanding what freedom is, it's like you are gaining a new piece that is part of the purpose of this co-creation with the universe, that is giving you not only more stability, it's like this is type of stability that is more dynamic, and this is the type of stability that is it's anchored down. It's like it's grounded. It's like the type of freedom that you are anchoring down. It's like your part in this co-creation, Leo, was to find freedom in one aspect that it can be expressed, which is the material aspect of it, which was propelling you forward so you could get to this place of popping out of one of the manifestations that freedom can be seen, and reach this level of cosmic understanding of freedom, which was giving you back some sort of knowledge and some sort of new perspective of how to anchor down this type of freedom here on earth. So maybe we are talking about, like, in the 3D, bringing this 4D type of anchored down reality. So the reason why I'm saying you have this initial understanding, but then the more you pursue it, it's like it goes deeper, or it just opens up a new door in your mind, in your perception field, because you were asking the right questions, which I feel like it's something that maybe it's like this undercurrent type of theme that has been going on. It's like asking the questions, but I feel like pretty sure this type of asking the right question came up in an extended, perhaps, I can't remember which one. So with the Knight of Swords, this is a consequence of you moving, of you allowing yourself to flow at ease with the Six of Swords. So the way that I'm seeing this, it's like you, like jumping head first in the water, or like being, you know, those types of slides that are like a tube, right? They are enclosed. So you would generally go feet first, right? Sit down and slide down so that you could land with your feet on the ground. But in order for you to, that's the interesting thing. It's like, in order for you to anchor down this type of higher perspective, which is another understanding, a higher understanding of what freedom is, in terms of like this universal understanding of freedom, well, and manifesting it to the point that you will, it's like you will be the channel for it. But in order for you to do so, it's like you have to jump head first. So you have to slide down this tube, this slide, you know, with your head first, because when you land, it's like you're going to land with your mind upgraded, with it's like with the questions that are going to bring the answers together. It's like something that you unblock, essentially. It's like the passage of your questions is actually contributing to unblock the way. I hope this makes sense, Leo. So all of this to this point, Leo, was all of your work, all of your independent work, all of your contribution to finding this freedom for yourself. But here at the end, with the two cards that actually came together, two major arcana, Justice and the World, what you're doing, and that is, you know, what is underneath this co-creation, which at first is a co-creation that is you with this magician, with the universe. It's like the universe allowing you to peek through the veil so that you could anchor down what it's supposed to be anchored down here on earth. So what you're doing, which again is you for yourself. It's like, I don't feel like there is a teamwork here. It's like you doing this for yourself. In actuality, there is a bigger scope to this. And maybe this is the reason why this magician is giving you this camera, allowing you to have access to this higher concept of what freedom is, so that you can manifest this higher perspective of freedom beyond just what this 3D understanding of freedom is, which is, you know, which might be generally associated with financial freedom, because there is this going on that is like maybe out of your sight. It's like, yes, you are gaining this perspective. It's like you are opening up to this new vision. It's like this new vision for what the values of a new society should be, of maybe what like a good life should be. But this is not just for you. It starts with you doing this just for yourself. But it has this butterfly effect that brings justice for the planet, for the world, for humanity in a bigger scale than you are realizing. And so I feel like you're not aware of this, at least maybe until you land perhaps with the right questions, because this is it's almost like you would have to, you know, be an astronaut in a sense to be able to see this, or it's like you would have to have like this very like distant perspective from Earth. So I'm just asking now, maybe this is part of the questions that you are asking yourself. It's like, how is it possible for you to really perceive how what you're doing is having a great impact, and I want to say a just impact to the entire world? But I feel like it's like the questions that pop up are going to be the right questions, because they are leading to this, even if at first you don't see the evidence. But that's the thing, it's like the moment that you pop through the other side of the Nine of Pentacles and you reach the level of understanding of this magician, it's like the type of understanding that bringing freedom to be manifested here on earth, it doesn't it's like for the entire planet. It's like it doesn't choose. When you go from this understanding what financial freedom is, or what freedom is in the 3D level, and you have this other bigger understanding of what freedom really is and how you can manifest it, it's like you're understanding that this is not something that it's like the concept of freedom is also associated with divine justice. And it doesn't choose. It's not freedom is not selective. Freedom is for the whole, right? It's like for the entirety of the cosmos. It's like universal freedom applies to all. So maybe this is what you are gaining, this higher understanding, which you You didn't realize until you peeked through the other side of the veil, until you started asking the right questions that unblocked the path and made everything a lot easier for yourself and so for the planet, because this is what is anchoring down this new, it's like, it's almost like coming through as like liberating humanity from what this misunderstood concept of manifestation is, or what this misunderstood concept of freedom is, right? It's like by you understanding that freedom is a lot more than just financial freedom, it's like you are unblocking this misunderstood concept for the whole planet, and that is bringing things into balance. Because now it's going to be like, if you can manifest freedom, so can the entire planet. Even though you're not directly saying anything to anybody, it's like maybe you're asking questions to the universe, and the universe is responding with this, with like how this is in fact affecting the entire planet, right? Because it's another type of freedom. It's like this higher freedom. I hope this resonates with you, and this, explains why you're having all of these questions in your mind, if you are resonating with this. I am going to pull more cards for you, Leo, to see if there is anything else that explains this last part, which is still, to me at least, unclear. But I am going to pull also from the astrological runes in the extended reading. So if you want to join me there, I'll be very happy to see you. You can find the link down below. If not, I'll see you next time. Okay, bye.